Tuah Girl. She's not going away. It was but a momentary meme, but Tuah Girl has stuck with it and now has one of the most successful podcasts on the planet. So what exactly is going on? We have all the bizarre details of Tuah, her podcast, and more right here on Scroll Deep, the show that keeps up with internet nonsense, so you are spared it. Tuah. It was the painfully whelming video. Not overwhelming, not underwhelming, just whelming. It wasn't funny or not funny, it was simply a video. It's one of the videos of all time, and it went weirdly big, propped up by uncles and co-workers alike, and it made an instant overnight success of Haliey Welch, the Tuah Girl, a 21-year-old from a town in Tennessee with barely 800 people in it. And then overnight, she has millions of Instagram followers. She went from working a minimum wage job in a factory to signing with Jake Paul. You know, she'd never set foot in an airplane, and now she's a global celebrity. And now she has genuinely one of the biggest podcasts in the world. Now, we did a whole video about the Tuah phenomenon. You can find that on our page. We've discussed that, but I really want to talk about her podcast, Tuah, which, credit where it's due, iconic name. She absolutely snapped with that one. That's one of those ones where you come up with the name and you're like, well, we have to do the show now because the name is so good. It's like Scroll Deep. Tuah is made in partnership with Jake Paul's sports betting and media company, which is called Just Kidding, No Free Promo for You, Jake Paul. It launched in September. There are 2 episodes. Episode 1 is an interview with comedian Whitney Cummings, which got 1.3 million views on YouTube. And then episode 2 got a measly 500,000 views, but that was an interview with Haliey's grandma, so that it wasn't a celebrity, not as big a celebrity in episode 2. I would say still pretty damn good for episode 2 to be getting 500,000 views, considering she is known for one thing, which is like a 4-second video where she went Tuah. And she now has the number 4 podcast on the Spotify podcast charts in the US. And if you want a rundown of the current Spotify US podcast chart, it's quite informative. At number 4, we have Tuah. At number 3, we have Candace Owens. If you don't know who that is, good, you're doing life correctly. Bad person. At number 2, you have Tucker Carlson. And at number 1, you have Joe Rogan. Just in case you're wondering how the hell the election race is currently so close in America, that's what people be listening to. I mean, compared to the rest of that list, Tuah is basically like high philosophy. That's like Plato's podcast. You know, can I just say, by the way, this all began because the original Tuah video went sort of viral. It got like 1 million views on Instagram, right? And then it went a little bit more viral on TikTok. But that girl is now full-on famous. Do you know how many videos I have made for this channel that have got over 1 million views, or on my own personal TikTok? Millions and millions of views. I don't have a Wikipedia. I don't have merch. I don't have 2.6 million Instagram followers. And you know why? It's because I made a fatal mistake. It's because I don't have a catchphrase. And so today, I'm going to begin the project of developing a catchphrase. So from now on, my catchphrase is, that's tennis. So if you see me seamlessly weaving that into the loom of the show, it's because it's my new catchphrase. And if I haven't got 2.6 million followers by the end of this episode, all it means is I'm not doing the catchphrase enough. The thing about life is, you know, sometimes you get love, sometimes you get a deuce. At the end of the day, that's tennis. Right, so this podcast is here, but what do people think about it, right? What have the reactions actually been to Tuah? Well, what's interesting is, much like the original video, the reactions to Tuah have been almost completely ironic, okay? You go on the YouTube channel and every comment is like making fun of it. Every comment is like, I was on my deathbed about to die and then I heard Tuah and it brought me back to life. Thank you, Tuah. But here's the thing, okay? Yes, the comments are ironic, but you're all there, you're all commenting, you're all engaging. It's people ironically watching that video that has driven it to 1.3 million views. And it's an interesting example of this kind of quite frequent internet phenomenon where people sort of trick themselves into liking things by pretending to like it as a joke and then just being like, well, I guess we like it now. Because you can kind of ironically boost people into being celebrities, and people know how to do this and they do it on purpose. It's not an accident that Jake Paul is the person behind Haliey Welch, because he did this. He made himself a joke to begin with, you know, with Everyday Bro and that stuff. Everyone was like, oh, I like Jake Paul as a joke. And then they were like, oh, I guess I'll buy his merch as a joke. I guess I'll watch his boxing match as a joke. And now he's a millionaire. So you can kind of meme your way into success. At the end of the day, That's tennis. It's working. It's working perfectly. But that's not to say that it works for everyone, okay? There are some people who've become big memes and then tried to capitalize on that success and it hasn't worked. You've had success stories. I mean, Brittany Broski, of course, was a famous meme. She was a meme like 2 or 3 times and is now like a fully established celebrity. We have other examples that haven't worked as well. You had Backpack Kid. Remember Backpack Kid? It was a guy in a backpack flossing. Life was a lot simpler in like 2017. There was that really famous Genius video, because apparently Backpack Kid did a song or a rap or something, and there's a video of Backpack Kid sort of monotonely reciting the lyrics. I did check though, and Backpack Kid has like 4 million TikTok followers, so I guess there's some success there, but you know, not on the level of Brittany Broski. There's also Damn Daniel, back at it again with the white vans, who, you know, I didn't look up what they're up to, but I haven't heard from them in a while, so I assume it's not going great. Sometimes people fail, sometimes they succeed. At the end of the day, that is tennis. You have to ask about Tuah and Haliey in general, will this success last long term? Yes, people are watching now out of a sense of sort of morbid curiosity and irony, but like, are there people who will be listening to Tuah when it hits like episode 100? Are there people who are gonna get really into the in-jokes and the backstory? Maybe. Here's the thing, probably should have said this way earlier. I have nothing against Haliey. She seems like kind of a nice girl. She has one of the most fascinating accents of anyone I've ever seen. It's such a wonderfully thick Tennessee accent. And at the end of the day, I don't think there's anything wrong with her trying to capitalize. And I think it's nice she's been able to do it. I'm just saying, like, it's already lasted a lot longer than most of us expected. Will she be able to spin this out? But sometimes you're down a few sets. Sometimes you just need to serve an ace. And you do. You get that ace right into the hoop. Boom. Game, set, and match. That's tennis. So maybe she will be able to pull it off. Who knows? What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm quite interested to hear your thoughts. Do you think she'll be able to like parlay this into a full-blown career? Do you think she's already overstayed her welcome? Are you a big fan of Tuah? Have you bought the shirt or shirts? There's actually a variety of shirts available. But that brings us to the end of the show. This has been Scroll Deep. If you've made it this far, make sure to like and make sure to follow if you've enjoyed the show, or even if you thought it was fine, just to be kept up on all the latest internet nonsense, because you're a busy person. Well, who are we kidding? You're a person. But you don't want to sit and watch 100 episodes of Tuah. We'll do that for you. Now, we didn't, but I did browse some of the shorts, so I got kind of the vibe of it. The point is, we'll do that stuff so you don't have to, so make sure to follow. Till next time, how to sign off? I guess I'd have to come up with some sort of pithy, very memorable, and very clever thing to say that's also beautiful. And I just don't know what that would be. So instead, I'll just say, that's rugby. That's tennis, damn it.